Cross country is an endurance sport in which teams and individuals run against each other on a natural terrain such as dirt or grass. In college, the average race for a woman would be 6 kilometers and for men 8 kilometers. The time it takes to finish varies on every course, but an average time would be around 25 minutes for women and 28 minutes for men.
Football is a contact sport where two teams go head-to-head in a battle for territorial yards and points. It contains 4 quarters that last 15 minutes each with a chance of overtime. Football is also a short burst power sport compared to a consistent elevated jog. These two sports consist of different diets to fuel their bodies.
Cross-country runners has different nutritional needs than other athletes. Their diet should consist of 55 to 65% carbohydrates, 15 to 20% protein, and 20 to 30% fat. The night before a race, you should consume a meal that is high in carbs and moderate in fat and protein. The fat and protein will slow digestion of the meal, which allows glycogen stores to fill throughout the night. A recommended meal consists of complex carbs with a low glycemic index such as whole wheat pasta, brown rice, beans, and whole fruits and vegetables. You want to avoid foods that are oily, greasy, or very high in fiber.
Fettuccine Alfredo. Time to carbo load. Just
You only want to eat 2 to 3 ounces of protein because it digests slowly. On the day of the meet, you will want to consume 400 to 800 calories 3 to 4 hours before the race. This should be high in carbs, moderate in protein, and low in fat. At 1 to 2 hours before the race, you should eat foods that digest easily and that are 150 to 400 calories. This could be a granola bar, trail mix, or a few peanut butter crackers. After a race, you should eat a meal as soon as possible, preferably within 20 to 30 minutes, to refuel the body. Our bodies are most receptive to replenishing our glycogen stores and preparing our muscles during the immediate time period post-exercise. Your post-race meal should consist of foods high in carbohydrate and moderate in protein. Water consumption for cross-country athletes should consist of 2 to 3 liters a day. The day before a race, you should drink an extra 4 to 8 glasses. 2 hours before the race, you should drink 2 to 3 glasses of water, while drinking another 1 to 2 glasses 15 minutes before the race.
The football diet begins pregame. The entire Alma team meets for a brunch. This meal should consist of the peace sign: 1/3 protein, chicken or red meat usually, 1/3 starch, like potatoes, and 1/3 raw veggies and fruits. This is important because improper nutrition and dehydration can lead to headaches, fatigue, and cramps. An average football player should drink at least 2 liters to 2.5 liters of water a day for optimal hydration. Caloric intake of a football player needs to be 50 calories per kilogram of body weight, or 2.2 pounds. For example, Corey Stringer, pro NFL player weighing 407 pounds, needs over 9,000 calories a day to maintain his status. During a game, our school grants players a Gatorade protein bar that replenishes carbohydrates and proteins that we lost during playtime to finish the second half of the game.
Training for cross country is very different from football. For cross country, they mainly lift for endurance with bands, and they also do core workouts. They also run hills and mile repeats like the 3 mile and 2 mile. However, football, on the other hand, is more of a strengthening workout. The 3 main lifts for football are bench, squats, and deadlifts, with the other mixture of workouts. Football is more about powerlifting because of all the physical contact that occurs out on the field.
The recovery for an average football player post-game or post-practice, a player must eat 1.5 grams to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. It's almost double the standard RDA. This is because all the extra muscle tears from a contact sport.
Here comes the Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the,
resulting in a need for proteins to repair the broken down fibers. The athletic training room helps nurture athletes as well, like ice baths, massages of the muscles, and stretching guidelines. Another post-game or practice concept is all the supplements players are usually on. Usually a player is typically found using a mass gainer and or whey protein to gain weight throughout the season and to recover. Creatine is also used as a recovery supplement, along with BCAAs to get the correct amino acids.
This happened. Overcome by exhaustion, Negedic fell onto her hands and knees, but kept going.
Oh my goodness, look at what's going on here in the women's race. She led for the entire day. Only in the closing miles, her body let her down.
Race director John Conley was watching.
Negedic just experienced hitting the wall. This is a condition of extreme fatigue when the glycogen storage in your liver and muscles is completely depleted. The same thing can happen in football as well, but on a smaller scale due to the ability to take a break on the bench.
For example, the running back from SMU runs downfield for about a 60-yard run. At the end of this play, he may show slight fatigue.